You are fighting racism
Yes, I'm fighting racism
in the world,
in the world.
but starting from here,
Starting from here,
from Ethiopia here.
from Ethiopian.
You are a champion of the fight against racism, right?
Exactly.
So you don't want to see racism in the world,
I don't like it to see
especially
racism.
in Africa here.
Yes.
Yeah, you want Africans to love each other,
Exactly.
Africans to treat one another as brothers and sisters,
Exactly.
Africans to treat each other as one,
Exactly.
irrespective of the color of the skin.
Okay.
You may be black, another may be brown, but we are Africans.
See African.
We are Africans. We don't need discrimination. We don't need racism. We don't need segregation, right?
Right.
So the fight is on. Before we talk about Europeans and Americans and Asians mistreating Africans,
Yes.
how are we treating ourselves as Africans here? See, when you come to Addis Ababa, you find racism alive and well. Now, as a champion of the fight against racism, what do you think should be done to solve this problem in Africa? What do you think should be done to solve the problem?
We can convince the people.
We convince the people.
Convince the people first. We make the unity.
Okay.
How to know it? We are the all black of the Africans.
Okay.
In order to know it, every person.
Okay. So we need to know that we are one.
We need to know that we are one.
We are all Africans.
We are all Africans.
So there's no wisdom in thinking you are better. There's no wisdom in thinking that you are better just because you look brown, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because under your skin, the blood is red.
It's red, yes. That's
So
the reason.
under the skin of every African, we have the same blood, the African blood, which is red.
It's red, yes.
So we cannot be living as if some people are better than others. No one is better than anyone.
No one is better.
Yeah, so when I come to Addis Ababa like this and I meet my brother like this, I'm very happy because in him I see an African like myself. You see? I don't see an Ethiopian, I see an African.
Yes.
So when you go outside Africa and you meet the white people, the Americans or the Europeans or the Asians, and the way they look at us, we are all Africans. They don't care whether you're from Uganda, you're from Ethiopia, you're from Ghana, or you're from Chad. To them, we are all Africans. Why is it that we Africans fight among ourselves? We segregate our own people. Why? Why is it that in Africa here, some of us think we are better than others? This must stop. This is bad, right?
It's bad. It's
very bad.
It's bad. They must stop it.
You see, if the people outside Africa look at us as one, as Africans,
one.
why can't we look at ourselves also as one, as Africans?
Exactly.
Does being an Ethiopian matter more than being an African?
No.
Is it more important to be a Ugandan than an African?
No.
Does it matter more to be a Ghanaian than an African? No.
No.
See, the most important thing is we are Africans. The common denominator is that we are Africans, and this is how we should look at ourselves wherever we go. So fellow Africans, let us put an end to racism in Africa. It is alive and well. I saw it here in Addis Ababa. Alive and well.
Thank you very much.
We must fight this fight. We need to declare war against racism in Africa. Before we blame the Europeans, how are we treating ourselves here in Africa? Here. So my brother, continue fighting to end racism.
Thank you.
In Africa. We are one people, in one continent. We are one people, one Africans. In one Africa, always, will always be one. So we should never entertain segregation of any kind in Africa.
Thank you.
We should not rush to blame the whites for discriminating against us if we are doing the same thing here. Let us clean our house as Africans. Let us put our house in order. Let us end racism. Say no to racism in Africa and everywhere in the world. God bless Africa.